We got online here, just me. Sound check, test, test, test. Sound check. All test, right. Test, test. All right, we're in business. Keep that. I don't know what happened with the last stream, but I don't know. What are you gonna do, right? I don't. Bah. All right, so you didn't hear a damn thing I said on the last stream. I'm just continuing my training from yesterday. I wasn't online very long. I was doing deadlifts, and back was bugging me. It's been I got to get on the inversion table. I got like something going on in my L5 area, it's like a pinch or something. But I wanted to get some bench pressing in. Already done a little bit of warming up. Smart gamer, how you been, brother? I got 2 more days off, and then I start my new job. All right, let's change the chat here. I like to go to live chat so I can see all the stupid comments. It's Poofy88. What's going on? Been good, just missing your streams because I was going to sleep earlier. I haven't really been streaming much. I've been training though, off camera, just trying to like. I'm gonna compete on February 28th, and my deadlift is. I have no idea where it's at. I was doing hook grip yesterday, and my thumb started bleeding, so that was pretty cool. It's so funny. It's Poofy88. It's like. I wanted to try an experiment. Yesterday I was wearing basically pajamas. If you go watch my stream yesterday, I was wearing this camouflage compression suit that my wife got me, and everybody said I looked small. And then so I was like, well, what happens if I put a tank top on? It's like, so lighting makes a big difference. I would say 99% of fitness is good lighting. They have some videos. They show some like fitness influencers, and they pose. It's like everybody says my legs look small, but if you look at the way the camera's angled, if I lower the camera right and I raise now all of a sudden my legs are huge. Holy shit! Look at that. Now I have no upper body, so it's like. It's fucking all bullshit. Or what's that Wes Watson guy where he angles his like where he sits there and talks to the camera. He's like this. His arm looks huge. And it's like, hey guys. Your cat doctor. Nope, it's all camera angles and lighting. It's all bullshit. But at the end of the day, Everything can be fake, but my records are real. Can't fake those. How's everybody's New Year? Everybody doing good? Try to level this off a little bit there. Am I above 220? That's a good question. Let me go grab the scale. I'll be right back. I haven't weighed myself in a while. You gotta make sure you put it on something flat. Like if you put it on cushioning, it won't give you a good reading. Yeah. According to this, I'm 230. Which that sounds about right. I'm feeling a little bloated, so I would say normally when I'm training, I'm usually between 220 and 230, and then as I get closer to competition, I'll do either like a huge. I don't want to do a water cut. I'm getting too old for that shit, so I'll probably diet down a little. Birthday's coming up. How tall are you? I'm 5'9", roughly. Maybe maybe a quarter inch. 5'9" and an eighth. See now, just putting it on this hard rubber, it says I weigh 222. This is why I like to have more than one scale, especially when you get closer to competition, because the last thing you want to do is not make weight. So I got two readings that say 225. That first reading said 230. So, but we'll go with the high one. We'll say 230. It's actually not abnormal for people to fluctuate 5 pounds a day for water weight. If you eat a big meal, if you're bloated. So usually what I'll do is if rather than go by the scale, I'll weigh myself in the morning and then before I go to bed, and then you kind of track yourself as you go through the week. Because a lot of people that diet, and I have tons of friends, I keep telling them not to do this to themselves. They'll call me up and tell me, I lost 2 pounds a day. I'm like, oh, did you? Okay, good for you. And then the next day they're like, I put on another pound. I'm like, okay. I'm like, yeah, you take a shit. like, don't do that to yourself. Leave the scale alone. Go by the mirror. The scale's good for reference, but it doesn't. It's not accurate. I like to bulk heavy in the winter and chisel off for summer. Bruce. I need glasses. I'm just gonna call you Bruce. I don't like to do that anymore just because I'm 50. Well, I'll be 52 in July, and it's just harder to take the weight off. It's way harder on the body. So I just I maintain a weight class, so it's really I'm kind of dialed in anyways. If I want to put on a little bit of weight, I'll just add 500 calories to my diet, and if I want to cut, I'll just subtract a couple hundred, and then slow and steady, I'll gain or lose a pound a week, that kind of thing. But I don't bulk like I used to. It's just it's way too hard. Like for me, I'm a power lifter. So if you're a bodybuilder, obviously you got to chisel down to get on stage. But if you're a power lifter, the last thing you want to do is like lose strength to lose weight. Even like just doing the water cuts like we were doing for competition, that shit's hard on you. And the older I get, the worse it is. Am I not happy about Venezuela? Another communist dictator bites the dust. Yeah, I'm real sad for Venezuela. You know, what just baffles me are all the white fucking Karens that are like screaming about how, like, oh, so stupid. They like the human rights violations of the, oh Lord have mercy. Actually, don't get me started about Venezuela. Um, it's another socialist dictatorship that bites the dust. Profit fear. I haven't gained or lost a pound from my weekly average since the beginning of November. Sometimes it be like that. Yeah, but you're one thing I like about you, Profit, is you've always been really, really consistent. Just fast a couple of meals a week, lower the weight, and more reps. Yeah, it's all Venezuelans are happy. Yeah, they're fucking ecstatic. Which is why it's laughable that the fucking leftist liberals in this country are bemoaning the fact that we went in there and what are they fucking complaining about? Uh, we did for Venezuela what they've been wanting to do for decades. It's like, are the Karens sad that they're not going to have bread lines and they don't have to eat their pets anymore? Like, what? What's the fucking complaint? uh, I missed two. I hate it when you do that, smart gamer. You tell me to miss comments. Like, you know, I can barely fucking read, right? What am I always saying? I need glasses. I can't pronounce this name, and you're like trying to have full on fucking TED Talks in my comment section, and then you bitch because I miss a comment or two. Meanwhile, this shit's just scrolling up, and I'm like, I don't fucking know. I'm a retard lifting in my garage. Not saying I don't like talking about this stuff, but I hate it when you tell me I missed your comments. It fucking annoys the shit out of me. Whenever I'm pushing these lifts with heavy weights, I always enjoy myself, but then your sternum starts getting tender from the heavy weight on the dips. Dude, I just started fucking training and I'm already having back problems. I'm even thinking like, is this even worth it? Like, what? Why am I doing this to myself? But I'm just gonna take it slow because I had all that strength back in March and it's coming back super fast. So I don't know, man. I'm on the fence about even competing, to be honest with you. I don't know how willing to risk hurting myself I am. I'm going to train. If the training goes good, I'm going to compete. And if I think for a fucking second that I'm going to injure myself, I'm not going to do it. Does that mean I'm going to quit powerlifting? Probably not. But you know, I want to train Muay Thai for like 6 months to a year. And that's going to really change my physique. I don't really have to get weaker. You can maintain 80-90% of your strength without really risking injuring yourself. Like for the purposes of being athletically strong, is there really a difference between being able to bench 350 and 405? And it's like, that's easy to maintain. I can maintain 350 without risking injuring myself at all. Squat 600 pounds, deadlift 650. Cut that back, deadlift 600 for a couple reps, or maybe squat mid 500s. Am I going to really be that noticeably different? According to the scale, I weigh 230 today. I found it amazing how we toppled a regime without a single soldier dying. Well, I've been watching a lot of the military channels that have been following along with the. We've known Venezuelans' tactics for a long time, and they use a lot of Soviet, Chinese equipment. I think all their missile boats are Iranian. They use a lot of outdated Cold War tactics, and I don't even think that like the the system that they were using to track like our boats and our assets that were in the ocean was like open source software that you would use for commercial flights at like a local airport. Like they don't even comprehend like what the Aegis missile defense system is even capable of. Like they had like that little diesel powered sub in the water, and they thought they were sneaking up on the battle group, and they had no idea like that the second they fired that fucking thing up and left port with it, that we knew exactly where they were and what they were doing. It's my brother Nick's okay. Dorian, you know how many fucking retards have tried that same stupid lame ass joke? Come on, bro, you gotta try harder than that. Like, it's I'm assuming you're a bot. I'll tell you what, if I only weigh 175 pounds, that means my lifts are just that much more impressive. Right. If I weighed 175 pounds by my records, I would be probably in the top 5 all time for over 40 lifters. No, I'm not that. I'm tiny. I wouldn't want to be bigger. Like that shit's hard on the knees, man. Can't even dribble a ball. What do you mean can't even? like, is that like a requirement for something? Can't dribble the ball. Yes. You can't even dribble the ball? Like, you can't even dribble a basketball. Like, yeah, no shit. You see my skin color? How's that news, dumbass? Maduro dancing is going to be the meme of the century. Oh yeah, that was a pretty funny one. Donald Trump missed his opportunity to. Which state you from? Watching from Morocco. I'm from Illinois originally, but I live in Las Vegas. Yeah. Dude, that's all it was in the news today was Maduro. And it's like, I can't believe that he stayed in power as long as he has, to be honest with you. I mean, what was it like back in 2020? They were talking about how they were eating their pets and shit because they didn't have any fucking food. They were walking around with like wheelbarrows full of cash because the shit wasn't worth anything. Oh, we got any F's in the house. What's up, brother? Yeah, dude. I was just moving the basketball because those things gonna fucking trip me. Uh, that's my kids are the ones that play basketball. I don't. Like I probably hurt myself. Are you Wes Watson? No, I don't have my. I own my cars. I don't rent them. I think I'm older than Wes Watson. No, I'm actually legitimately strong. Do you see my watch, bro? Wait, I gotta be Wes Watson. Here we go. I gotta get the camera this angle right. I was a shot caller. You know, it's funny. My wife grew up in Oceanside, and I was a Marine, so I was stationed out there. And like, I just don't remember those neighborhoods being that hard. Unless you were, like, they had the cartel guys. You didn't mess with those people, but they kept to themselves. It's not like you ran into them at the grocery store. I don't really know anything about Wes Watson. I've watched him a few times, and the guy seems like a clown to me. I mean, like, anybody who's gonna judge you by like what material items you own, as if like having a nice watch makes you a better person. I don't get it. Personally, like, it's amazing to me what people would rather have than money, to be honest with you. But did you ever notice, like, every time I've seen him in videos, he has the exact same clothes on. He wears the exact same. He's got one expensive watch. He always drives that Bugatti, which is, I mean, I don't know. I don't really care for them, but I mean, it's a nice car. But does he even own that shit? Doesn't he rent all of his stuff? Like, he sells programs on how to get rich, but he's not rich unless he sells programs. So I don't know. Look, I'm just a loser. I work construction, but everything I have is mine. I mean, I own every. I have 3 shitty cars. I got a 2009 Mustang, I got a Tahoe, and I got a Chevy Sonic. But all 3 of them are mine. I don't owe any money on them. I live in a small 1,600 square foot house. You see my garage? I think actually I'm probably richer than Wes because I'm not in debt. I think I have $2,500 on a credit card. I don't know. I mean, I owe the house mortgage, so there's that. But let's see. Jen, if I could find a good one, can you purchase AI membership for me and you? We'll talk about that off stream. Does it even matter if he smokes? I smoke like an R.J. Reynolds lab chimpanzee. Why not go in at 198 and rest on your laurels, knowing that you will make a huge weight class? Honestly, Prophet, I didn't even try to like put weight on. I just did. I haven't really been trying to maintain a weight class. I wasn't. The only reason I was competing is because Steve Dennison reached out to me and told me he was comping the competition because I didn't get to participate in March, and it seemed like a really good opportunity to take the wife to go to California. I'm kind of shooting from the hip with this whole thing. So, I don't understand like the chud insult because like, well, first of all, like that was our generation in the 80s. We had that movie, what is it, the Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dwellers. And I always thought the chud was the guy, the neckbeard that lives in his mom's basement that plays, Warcraft and has never seen a vagina. But somehow that insult became good-looking dudes that are ripped and can steal your girlfriend. Like, I don't get it. I don't get the correlation. Like, slightly conservative males who are patriots? Is it somehow associated with cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers? Okay. Chad. Dude, if you've never seen that movie, you have to. You've got to see that movie. It's fucking totally worth it. All right, where's my belt? Suck it in. It's one of those cult classic B movies that are like, it's so bad it's good. Kind of like They Live, you know? Put on the glasses. It's got the best fight scene in movie history with Roddy Piper. I came here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. I'm all out of bubblegum. Damn, this thing's gonna fucking kill me. Whew. I wonder what a man cave smells like. Bengay, flop sweat, and failure. Good. Got my drum set over here. There's where all the chud activities take place. This is my Warhammer, my giant pile of shame. Over here's where I practice making love to your mother. Got the punching bags there. And then if I need to, I got the air compressor. I can pull everything out and turn it into a auto care. I got on my workbench, I've got a table router, drill press, lathe, everything you need for fabricating. Right now it's buried in Warhammer figurines. A little bit of everything in the garage. Let's see. Any apps in the URL? Let's see. I learn about every slang after it passes. Like I only learned that kids were screaming 6'7". I don't even know what the fuck that even means. My daughter was doing that. Well, it's like somebody called me. They called me an incel chud. I'm like, incel, so involuntary celibate. So, well, I'm married with kids. So I'm involuntarily celibate. What was the other one? Someone called me a cuck, which I think is cuckold, which means that... That means I watch other men rail my wife. Honey, is this true? I was upset about it.
Wasn't much. I just heard the word children. And I decided
You did not hear the word children. You heard 6'7".
6'7".
Explain it. What is this 6'7" bullshit?
Just a meme.
Let's get the pulse of the generation here.
It's just a meme from a song. It really doesn't mean anything.
But in what context, in parlance, would you utilize the phrase? What is it signifying?
I guess like craziness. Like if the math teacher says the answer is 67, the whole class would probably go 6, 7.
So where is it relevant though?
Just because.
Would you scream it at, like, say, the mailman when he's driving by, or is it something you would do before you, say, like, stabbed an old lady and took her purse?
You just do it randomly when you see it.
Fair enough. Back to you, Bob. You heard it from the pulse of the youth, people. Groundbreaking news. So I still have no idea what the fuck it means. Comes from a rap tune. I'll go with that. This guy looks like the pivot man at the bukkake party. That is no way to talk about your mother. First of all, I was first and last. Yeah. Yeah. We got Cetalus Antoyo. I don't have my glasses, so I'm sorry if I'm having a hard time reading the names. No one knows what it means. Diabolical. She's a nice lady, though. I mean, that's what I call giving. So Broccoli Head Chud ended up going absolute retarded on camera, and then all of a sudden became a meme. So Broccoli Head, I get. That is the worst haircut in history, but they said the same. Like, every generation has got, like, an older generation that's like, go these kids with these. What a shandal. I was eating the conditions, but they was too goddamn chewy. And you see these kids with this broccoli hair, god damn it. And, you know, they're looking at us like, we have, every generation's the same thing. But it's a stupid fucking haircut. Now, like, see, what are the millennials responsible for? The fucking man bun. Jesus Christ. Like, I mean, I could definitely see how the trans movement got started. And then what in my generation? Well, we had hair metal, so there's no excuse for that shit. Yeah, we were kind of like the excessive hairspray, and like I was more of like I was more punk rock. Like, you imagine this, but like way longer and pointier and more obnoxious looking, like leather with a bunch of like spikes on it, real try hard looking shit. Bobby O wants a new set of speakers. Bob, what's up, man? Reminds me of the whole Hawk Tua. Yeah. So I at least saw where Hawk Tua came from. That was funny for a minute. What she fucked up and did wrong was try to like make a career out of it. But you know what? If you're gonna get like, hey, ride it while you can, understanding that all of us will probably have 15 minutes of fame, and if you can strike gold, might as well get what you can while you can, right? You just can't expect that shit to last. What's on the agenda? I was just filling in from yesterday. I didn't really have a very long training session, so I was just doing a little bench press. I wanted to do some weighted pull-ups. I was going to bust the belt out. I'm going to drop it down to 245 and take a second failure. Now we'll do some weighted pull-ups. See what happens. Got my homemade belt. Where is the handle? I'll need these. Where is the handle? Oh, shit. Well, I might not be. This is what I fucking hate about Christmas time and shit. You take all the shit out of the rafters. It's laying all over the fucking place. Can't find anything. There we go. Man, I was whining and crying for nothing. We'll start with 20 pounds. Surfaced, what's up, my man? Ah, the man, the myth, the legend. Hey, my wife was just asking about you. How you doing? Because I don't see much on YouTube anymore. So, yeah, he's getting really big on other social media platforms. Bobby and I were just talking about possibly expanding out into some different platforms here pretty soon. I got my head right, brother. I'm not cured, but I'm moving in the right direction. Start a new job on Monday. Pays really well. Things are moving in a positive direction. I'm going to compete February 28th. Just trying to get right, brother. And I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming by and checking on me. My big regret is I was not 100% when you came out to visit me. Had some bad stuff happen to me and I let it get to me, unfortunately. Don't really have much of an excuse, but we're trying to move in the right direction, you know. I really appreciate that. Appreciate you. And you, between you, Christina, and some close friends of mine, I guess they had a little bit of an intervention. It's crazy how people can become rich and famous over stupid shit like saying Octo. Yeah. Dude, you never know. I don't even know. Would you, every lifter wants to be known for being a good lifter. And we want to be known in our communities. But would I want to actually be famous? Like someone like Eddie Hall, like say, that transcends the sport. You imagine it's like he's got everywhere you go, you know, everybody knows who you are. You don't have a private moment. Like I'm happy. I can walk into pretty much any powerlifting meet in the IPL, and everybody, anywhere in the country, everybody knows who I am. But outside of those venues, nobody cares, and it's kind of nice. You go there in the community that I want to be acknowledged in. I am, and then outside of that, I'm no one. I just want to be known as like. At the end of the day, I want people to like look back and be like, dude, that guy was pretty fucking strong. That's what else. What else could you ask for? Or maybe he was a real good dad. That'd be a cool thing to be known for. At least he could sing. Yeah, Justin Bieber. Yeah, that's right. Thanks, mixed martial artist. Would anyone here like to support the coalition of obsolete industries? I was a candle maker and the light bulb destroyed my job. Yeah, there's no saying no to progress. Wild and fresh. What's up, brother? Well, I want to get back to where I can afford ribeyes. We've been eating, what have we been eating? London broil. Can I drink plenty of beer and be in shape? Zarneth. You'd be surprised what you can get away with if you train regularly. And this is what I'll say. It's always good until it isn't. So, you know what I mean? Like, I know lots of lifters who drink a lot of alcohol, and a lot of them are perfectly fine until they're not. And that's pretty much any substance you abuse, to be honest with you. Tomorrow off. I don't know if I want to take tomorrow off, Bob. It's my last day off before I go start my new job. And I feel like I can at least get some... I was thinking about getting the inversion table out and working on my back. Because there's like... I still got that little twinge in my L5 area, and it just feels like something's stuck. I actually have a belt for this, but I couldn't find it, so I just made this one out of rope and tape. All right, we'll go 40 pounds next. Yeah, I got the inversion table and the Roman chair, and I was gonna bust those out today and work on the back, but I figured I'll get some. Somebody said my arms look small, so I figured do some bench press. My hamstrings. You need to pump. Do it now. Get to the chopper. You ever mess with reverse hyper? Yeah, a reverse hyper is one of the best machines that you could possibly use if your goal is to squat and deadlift more. Outstanding piece of machinery. If you have access to one, use it. You can kind of substitute most of those movements with a Roman chair and an inversion table. As you'll see when I break it out tomorrow, I'll be demonstrating some reverse squat movements that you can do. And a reverse squat is exactly what it sounds like. You clamp your legs in and you pull. Instead of push up, you're pulling down. It's like doing hamstring curls, but with your whole body weight. Helps straighten the, it lengthens the spine, if you will. Pin Cephas comment. I already created you Legacy Powerlifting. Man, I'm going to say it right now. Cephas, you are one of the, if not the best lifter on YouTube. You guys say I'm crazy when I say that. There's guys that could do more. Yeah, no shit. Dude, I didn't even win first place when I went to IPL Worlds. There's always someone that could do more. But I have never in my life met anybody, whether they're on gear, 100% natural, who has made the accomplishments you have made in the amount of time that you've made them. What have we been on YouTube? 4, 5 years most? And you went from a gym bro with a really good squat, around what was it, 500 pounds maybe? To one of the best fucking powerlifters in history. Like if you want to like aggregate by statistics, you're in the top 0.0001 percentile. Definitely, you're up there on the list with some pretty goddamn good company. 700 plus. What do you like? What's your squat? You're mid 700s. Your dots is. Have you broke 500 points on your dot score? You got to be close, right around there, I would imagine. Which is basically like beyond international elite. Like anything above a 450 is considered like top of the world. Georgie, what's up, my man? You look ripped. 479 dots. That's fucking incredible, dude. Let's see. What do they consider? So you got class 2, class 1, master total, elite, international elite. And I think for most people, elite starts at what, 405? Is that right? Right around there, 405 dot score. And you're like a 4 fucking 80. That's incredible. For context, there's guys. I think the only 2 masters lifters I know that have broken 1,900 pounds, their dot score is probably somewhere around, I want to say 505 or 510. And they're almost 2,000 pound lifters at my weight class. So like that 479 is just fucking batshit crazy. My best dot score I want to say was 461. Finally deadlifted 650 in my last comp after failing it at my last 3 comps. Oh, so that was a strongman deadlift, right? I mean, I'm not that there's like I'm not saying that like I was a strongman. I mean like, but how are the rules different for strongman from powerlifting? Just out of curiosity. 500, yeah. There's maybe a handful of lifters in history that have broken 500 pounds on a dot score. Okay, so you did 650 in a powerlifting competition. That's fucking awesome, dude. God, Bobby, how long did it take us to break 600 pounds? I remember that. Remember that day we were. I attempted it, and I didn't get it. So I came right back the next day. You told me not to. Yeah, believe it or not, we've been keeping up with your competitions. At least from what I've been seeing online. You took a couple of breaks since your injury post-surgery. You look 100%. How'd you do it? I am not 100%. But this is what I was telling people. Like, everybody said, oh, you're on steroids. You're just going to wilt away if you come off everything. And then I came off everything to get surgery. And I didn't wilt away. And because I was a natural lifter until I was almost 46 years old. And I weighed 220 pounds then, too. So a lot of it is just like, if you build a decent physique over a period of time, naturally, you're going to keep that for the most part. I mean, sure, if you stop lifting completely, you're going to lose strength, but it doesn't take much to maintain it. Do you think Charlie's ready for another meet before March? Fuck no, I'm not. I don't think I'm ready at all. Like, I'm not even close to ready. You, Cephas, you don't even have to answer that. Like, okay, gun to my head. If I competed today, what numbers would I get? I know I'd get at least a 350-pound bench. I know I would get probably make close to a 600-pound squat, and I have no fucking clue what the deadlift would be because I'd have to hook grip it, and I don't even know if I could hold the fucking bar. Strength-wise, I could still. What would I put 500 on the trap bar and did it for reps? That was nothing. But it's a trap bar. It's not the same thing. But I mean, like most of the strength is there. I mean, at 80, the thing about like elite level lifters is you could be 80%, and the average person would say, "Wow, this guy, he's back." And you know that extra 20% that you're willing to die for, that training that you just don't normally do. That's where the difference is made. And if I can't get anywhere close, if I can't beat the numbers that I already have posted at the age of 50, which I think is 1605, was I mean, that was a bad meet too, if you recall. I think that I had a bad water cut, and I wound up suffering from dehydration, and I didn't even finish bench press. And I still finished with a 1605. If I can't beat that, really, what's the point of me even competing? But you could also say, Steve wants me there for fellowship reasons. Most of the people at this meet know me, and they all want to see me. So I could maybe just, if the plan's it's one of two things. I'm going to fucking go in there and kill it, or I'm just going to do it for fun. And it's not going to be that serious. But can my fragile fucking ego handle the second one? That's the question. Can it? Because, I mean, you could just make the argument it'd be kind of cool just to make a fun little trip to, I'm going to shorten this up a little bit. That's where my wife's family's from. We like to go visit California. It's really cool to get out there and see Carlsbad, Oceanside. And if that was the case, just go compete, go on a little vacation. That'd be fucking cool. But I don't know, man. I don't know if I have it in me to just like compete for fun. I would at least want to see. The last two times I competed in the USPA, I had the best total of the competition. I walked out of there with the highest total, all lifters. And there's something about the attention you get when you hit that it's hard to not want that back. Like, could I just go in there and just kind of fudge off a mediocre day for fun? And I don't know. But right now, if I had to compete today, it's kind of a moot point because I'm nowhere near where I need to be. So the biceps doing pretty good though. Yeah, so we're basically just following a basic linear progression, undulating periodization. We're basically running the same numbers as you would see with like the Wendler 531, except for instead of the volume, we're doing one set to failure. That's the It's a real basic linear progression program with undulating periodization, where you rotate the rep ranges week to week. Real basic, nothing fancy. Now, Prophet, I'm open to suggestion. If I'm not reading between the lines properly, state plainly what you're trying to tell me. Who goons all day? What's up, Steven? Day 700 asking for a glute spread. I don't even know what a glute spread is. Every time you ask me for a glute spread, I'm imagining that you have like a little microscope and you want to see my butthole or something. I then figured you could probably do better than YouTube if you're trolling for that kind of thing. In the part of Greece where I live, there's really no public gym, so I was forced to make one in my basement. Dude, I'll tell you what, Nico, I like going to commercial gyms for fun, but when it's time to get serious work done, I would way rather work out at home because I don't have to wait for everything. I got all the equipment that I need. Hell, if I go to the commercial gym right now, chances are I can't even find a fucking deadlift bar. Their power bars are shit. All their weights are bumper plates. You can only put 5 on the fucking thing and it's filled. It has its advantages, I go to the commercial gym more for fellowship and showing off, really. I'm avoiding carbs and consuming more whole foods. Why are you avoiding carbs? I like commercial gyms at non-peak hours. Yeah, it's out here in Vegas. It gets crazy. Well, there's reasons to not consume carbs, but it depends on what your goals are. I don't know. I think keto like when I'm doing fasting, it's your body's in ketosis technically. I was gonna say that you might not have enough time to do conditioning workouts now if you need to be at peak performance in February. Yeah, you're probably right. Which is why I don't have a whole lot of expectations going into this. All I know is that one thing I have noticed is that my strength's returning really quickly. So, there's probably a little bit of muscle memory going on there. And if I can go in there with a 370, 380 pound bench, 620 squat, and if I mid it like a 650, 640 pound deadlift, that's still going to put me pretty high up there as far as a local meet, even though it's going to be a bigger one in California. I would imagine there wouldn't be too many people that are going to finish with a higher total than that. And those are all doable numbers, I think. The deadlift's a fucking crapshoot. That's the only one I have no idea what the fuck is going to happen. But I never really stopped squatting, so those numbers are not, they're not that far off. I don't think it would take me more than 2 or 3 weeks to get squatting above 600 again. We'll find out here pretty soon. Bench press, gun to my head, I think, honestly, 370, 375 is really obtainable, easily. I might be close to that now, to be honest with you. Hold on, I gotta get a beverage here. Put the shoes on here. A little bit of I'm gonna do some light leg work. I guess that's the limit. 40, 50, 6, that's 60 pounds. Not too shabby. Oh, my Nerf gun. Now I gotta pick all those up. Clint, what's up? Yeah, I guess I have trimmed up a little bit. That ain't a kid Nerf gun. It is a vehicle car ramp. But here's the thing. If you go on Amazon right now and you do a search for squat ramp, and look what they're selling. It's basically the front half of this thing, almost identical angle and everything. And all the ramps are for is it's like, if you think about like what a squat shoes do, you got the heel. It makes ankle and knee mobility a little easier. Squeeze a little tight. I got an idea. Let me try something here. I'll work on it. Whew. All right. I'm gonna go to sleep. Happy New Year. Hell yeah. I'm almost done too. It's 9:39. I'm gonna do Phew. This knee's really tight. Oh yeah, definitely go check the site out for sure. What's up, Brent? Thanks, Bobby. Bob, I'm not sure what else I should do tonight though. Tomorrow is like, I want to do some heavy bag work, but exercise restraint. You gotta be more specific than that, brother. I mean, we can agree I could do this bodyweight stuff all day. So I really feel like I was onto something there. Hold on. Squat up. Pistol squat. Bam. Squat. Down. Pistol. Balance is tricky. Whew. On a scale of 1 to kiss my ass. I'll do the other leg in a minute either. Should I treat the reverse hyper like any other machine at the gym when I use it? Yes, but treat it like a heavy compound lift. You know, it's straight up posterior chain, and you could use it to stretch yourself, your back. Keep in mind, that part's dangerous. What I see a lot of people do wrong with the reverse hyper is we let that weight pull them. And you want that to be controlled. You want it to stretch you out, but you don't want it to rip your back apart. So, the cool thing about the reverse hyper is it allows you to overload the some of the neglected areas of the posterior chain that have difficulty activating when you're doing a deadlift or a squat. Because you could push that farther than the range of motion without losing tension. Does that make sense? It's like, I mean, you know, when you're on a deadlift, and what do you see? You guys lock out way past. This does nothing. That's dangerous. But on a reverse hyper, you know, you're swinging up, and you still have tension on the weight in the not the eccentric portion. Bobby, help me out here. What am I trying to say here? So, how would you train with the reverse hyper? More of a moderate to heavyweight exercise, or you light to moderate weight? I think both have their place. Depends what you're trying to do. I would overload it if it's like if it's a supplemental move to a deadlift, and I would go lightweight if I'm using it to do back therapy. You know, like using the eccentric portion as like an inversion table. Copper Cassock, what's up, man? I would love to have a reverse hyper. I wish I had one. Stephen Baker, thanks, brother. It allows you to get that stretch of the muscle, further range of motion. Yes, in both directions. But all I'm suggesting is, like, what I see people do wrong with it is they let that weight pendulum them back, and that stretch can be a little intense. It'd be like maybe I'm going to break out my inversion table tomorrow, and I'm going to do some sit-ups with it. And you'll notice I'm going to control myself on the eccentric all the way down real carefully, because you don't want to just dump your body weight and really, you know, hammer the back unprotected. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, whichever part of the range that you're in, make sure you keep your core tight. Don't relax that sucker. America, hell yeah. Yeah, I think that's where I see most injuries happen, is when people release tension. Oh, so like a box squat, you know, people will sit on the box and they'll relax with the weight on their back and just like accordion themselves. It's like you gotta keep tight. Have you ever tried adding an upper body twist while at the bottom of your squat? Yes. Although, I think what you're referring to is something that we would do for Muay Thai training. Alright, I'm going to try to do the other leg real quick. I'm kind of having a problem with this knee, though. I'm not getting the range of motion I want out of it. It's stiff right here. Up. Ooh, damn, that hammers your quads. Holy shit. I warm up before I stretch afterwards. Stretching and if you're going heavy, stretching can be problematic. You get all the stretching you need if you do like full range of motion warm-ups. And then at the end of working out, that's when I'm going to do like stretching for pushing it for mobility. If that makes sense. Dude, so I go up one, pistol squat, down, back behind me. So that's 2 squats each rep. I'm like, oh, I think I might be onto something, guys. What do you think? This is just 20 pounds. Start it down at the kneeling. Just pop straight up to a pistol. Bam! Touch your knee. Boom. Pistol. The hardest variation of the pistol squat is this one stretches your hamstrings. Oh yeah, baby. All balance. Oh shit. Mid-season form. That sounds about right. Yeah. I have a lot of work. I have to cover a lot of ground in a very small period of time. So I'm trying to picture this, Clint. Adding an upper body twist while at the bottom of your squat. Left leg back. So here's something this is a squat variation we do regularly. I'm just going to demonstrate with the bar. But as you can see, I have interior tilt with a little bit of scoliosis. So you notice when I squat, the bar's a little uneven. So what we'll do is we'll put one leg out, one leg forward, which kind of wants you to twist this way, but we're going to keep it forward. And then depending on which side is your strong side, you'll find that. So really I'm twisting right now. And then we'll do both sides, sometimes getting a little bit closer together. Does that make sense? And I'll go up to like 60-70% one rep max with that weight. Is that kind of what you're talking about, Clint? Oregon or Indiana? Well, I'd rather see Indiana personally, but split squats. I'd have to see a video. You know what you could do is you can upload a video to YouTube and just keep it private and tag me in it. I keep telling people if they want to correspond on YouTube, if they want to like demonstrate their lifts, if they don't have like Instagram or something. If you got any Instagram's fine too, anything like that. I just don't like. Indiana's kind of my neck of the woods where I grew up, so it's. Oh yeah, I was gonna do some curls for the girls. Yeah. I'm almost done, guys. I just figured I'd finish up with a. That PRX bar, I don't know if it was worth the money. It was like $150 for that thing. 35 pounds. It's pretty heavy. But it is kind of cool because you can rotate. It's really good for doing skull crushers. Because you could start with your supinated and rotate fully outwards. Just like the tricep. Or here, I'll show you. something. You see how my hands are pointed down? I can go reverse. And then as I push all the way through, it rotates and locks everything out. Alright, what do you say, boys? What's up, Hannah? I was just about to... Even though Oregon sucks. I'm not a big fan of Oregon as in the state. I'll pump my own gas, you hippie. God damn it, you smell like patchouli oil and failure. Don't leave, I just got here. Bob, what else can I do? I'll do another set of curls. Do some more curls. Yeah. I want to hit the heavy bag, but it's 9:55. Stretch the back out. Oh yeah. The old superset trick. Hell yeah. You do your split squat, taking a big step back like you were doing earlier. Once you hit the bottom, twist your body the opposite way. Okay. That's how Chuck keeps that full beefy physique with the supersets. You know, hey Bob, are we doing leg day tomorrow? I have to start work on Monday, so should we kick the week off by doing squats tomorrow, brother? Because if that's the case, I will incorporate those tomorrow. Well, Monday is squat day, right? I start my first day of work on Monday at 9 a.m. All right, guys, it's 10 o'clock. What are the hours looking like for work? I'm not sure. I have a feeling I'm going to be starting like 5, 6 in the morning. But tomorrow is like my first, or Monday's my first day, so I'm going to get there at 9 and it's probably to get acclimated. Well, no, I wasn't suggesting not taking a day off. I was suggesting switching Monday for tomorrow. Since it's my first day of work and I'm not going to know how I'm going to feel at the end of the day. That was just a thought I had. But, yeah, Clint, I hope to see you guys when I train next. even if I don't train tomorrow, I'm probably still gonna get online and do some bag work. 'Cause I haven't done it in a while. Oh man's use it or lose it. Yeah, that's just what I was thinking. Because tomorrow I have off, and Monday I don't know how I'm gonna feel. But either way, well, I'll let you know in the morning. Guys, thanks. Hey, I had fun tonight. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I love y'all. I'll see you on the battlefield. Hey, yeah.